15-year-old Ethan Carter was carrying a burden far too heavy for someone his age. His father, after years of working in construction, had succumbed to lung cancer, leaving Ethan and his mother to fend for themselves. His mother, bedridden due to a severe illness, was getting worse with each passing day. To care for her and cover the household expenses, Ethan had been forced to drop out of school. Now, he spent his days on the streets, trying to make a living by selling tissues. Yet the few coins he earned were barely enough to buy food, let alone afford his mother's much-needed medication. One day, faced with the dire need to buy his mother's medicine, Ethan found himself with no money in his pocket. In a moment of desperation, he walked into a pharmacy, grabbed the medication, and dashed out of the store. The shouts of the pharmacy staff echoed behind him as Ethan ran faster than he ever had before. Tears streamed down his face. He couldn't stop, and he couldn't even feel ashamed of what he had done. His only thought was of his mother and how he couldn't let her down. Ethan, clutching the stolen medicine, turned a corner and collided with Donald Trump, who was strolling through the streets after an event, hoping to connect with people and hear their struggles. The impact sent the medicine tumbling to the ground. Trump's security detail immediately stepped in, grabbing Ethan by the arm. The boy, panicking and desperate, cried out, "Please! Please let me go! I did it for my mom! She's going to die!" Trump observed the scene with sharp attention. His firm voice cut through the commotion as he commanded, "Wait! This boy has a story. Let's stop and listen to him." Ethan, overwhelmed with fear and tears streaming down his face, stammered, "I'm not a thief. I just wanted to help my mom," before breaking down into uncontrollable sobs. Seeing Ethan's trembling breath and tear-streaked face, Trump crouched down to his level. Looking directly into the boy's eyes, he spoke softly but firmly. "Son, you don't have to be afraid. Tell me everything. Maybe no one has listened to you before, but I'm here now." For the first time in what felt like forever, Ethan felt that someone truly cared about him. Wiping his tears, Ethan began to speak, his voice trembling. My dad passed away a year ago. He had lung cancer. He worked in construction every day, breathing in that dust. One day, he came home so sick. When we took him to the doctor, they said it was too late. He suffered so much, but we couldn't afford the best treatment. Before he died, he told me to take care of my mom. Trump listened intently, his own eyes misting with emotion. Taking a deep breath, he asked gently, "And your mom? What happened to her?" Ethan hesitated, as though even speaking about his mother's condition was a weight too heavy to bear. "My mom? She got worse after Dad died. She's sick, bedridden. The doctors say she needs constant medication, but the medicine is so expensive. She can't work anymore. She can't even get out of bed. Every morning she opens her eyes and only thinks of me. But when I look at her, I feel so powerless." Ethan's voice broke, and he began to sob uncontrollably. "Mr. Trump, I know stealing is wrong, but I had no other choice. Today the doctor told me that if I don't get her medicine, she won't survive. I've been selling tissues, but it's not enough. Today I thought I was going to lose her, and I got so scared. I didn't know what else to do. I'm so sorry, I really am." Trump placed a comforting hand on Ethan's shoulder, speaking gently but firmly. "Ethan, this isn't your fault," he said. "You're only 15, but you're carrying a burden no child should have to bear. The system has failed you, not the other way around. But know this, from this moment on, you're not alone." Ethan looked up at Trump, hope flickering in his eyes for the first time in years. "Really? Will you help me?" he asked, his voice still shaky. Taking a deep breath, Trump clasped Ethan's hands in his. "Son, I won't just help you. I'll make sure your mother gets the care she needs, and I'll make sure you get the education you deserve. You're a bright kid. I can see it in your eyes. You don't belong on the streets, wasting your potential. I promise to change your life, starting today." Ethan was speechless as tears streamed down his face. This time, tears of hope and gratitude. "Mr. Trump, thank you. I don't even know how to thank you," he said, his voice barely audible through his emotion. Trump smiled warmly, placing a reassuring hand on Ethan's head. "You don't need to thank me. All I ask is that you hold on to your dreams and one day help someone else in need. For now, trust in yourself and trust in me." That moment was more than just an act of kindness. It was a turning point in Ethan's life. What had begun as a desperate and hopeless day was now transforming into the start of a brighter future. Trump immediately turned to his assistant and gave clear instructions. Get this boy's mother to the hospital right away, make sure she's seen by the best doctors, and arrange a scholarship for Ethan. A bright mind like his shouldn't be wasted on the streets. Trump personally escorted Ethan and his mother to the hospital in his own car. Ethan's mother was admitted, and her treatment began immediately. Meanwhile, Trump ensured Ethan was enrolled in a prestigious school where his intelligence could finally be nurtured. To inspire others, Trump shared Ethan's story with the public, launching a campaign that brought hope to families facing similar struggles with educational inequality and health issues. A year later, Ethan's life had been completely transformed. He was now thriving in school, with teachers praising him as a student destined for a bright future. His mother, thanks to Trump's support, had received care from top-tier hospitals and had regained her health. Ethan stood on stage at a charity event organized in his honor, alongside Trump. Turning to the crowd with tears in his eyes, Ethan said, "Mr. Trump, you didn't just give me a life. You gave me a future. You taught my mom and me how to breathe again. Now I have a purpose, to grow up and help others, just like you helped me." His voice was filled with gratitude and hope. Trump patted Ethan on the back, saying, "Children like you are the future of this world. Never let go of your desire to help others. Keep this chain of kindness going throughout your life." Ethan's story became a powerful testament to how a helping hand can make a world of difference. It reminded everyone of the importance of education, love, and empathy. Trump's act of kindness not only changed Ethan's and his mother's lives, but also deeply moved millions of people who heard their story. If this story touched your heart as much as it touched ours, don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel for more inspiring and heartwarming stories like this one. Together, let's build a world filled with love, hope, and empathy.